Okay, I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do blog autism and how it affects me. Part one. Part two will be out in the future. I have to brainstorm for that one. How it affects me is all I ever knew is autism. I would not want to not have autism because that's all as I grew up with autism. I would never change that I have autism. Yes, I know I have to get human rights, but that's oh, but that's why I'm part of a project on my human rights job every Monday night. So I love that job. Um, other things I do, autism. This year's been hard on me. Um, I'm, but with autism, how it affects me is I do need some friends. And another thing is, I wish the government did more for, like, when uh, they declared a pandemic. I wish they did more for people with disabilities, like set up like more stuff. And the thing I miss the normal world. Changes, like very sudden changes, sometimes has negative effects on people with autism. Like if they're used to having a routine, and then the routine is when they like to go to a social club and then it's closed. It just has negative effects on someone with autism because they really want to go there, and it upsets them. Um, Sometimes they may have a meltdown, sometimes not. I have not had a meltdown since 2017. It's been 3 years since the last time I had an autistic meltdown. I had like sensory overload, I had autistic crying fits, but um, I was just crying because of wanting to see someone that I couldn't. So I just cried, and then after that I was fine. Because I think sometimes it's good to have an autistic crying fit once in a while. Um, it lets out a lot of stuff, and then after that, just watch a funny video or something. And other stuff, um, well, yesterday, um, was Thursday. The time I'm recording this video is Friday. It was Thursday. I didn't feel human. Just I was just having one of those moments. I just didn't feel human, but now today is a different day. Um, it's my blog, and um, but I don't like it when people say that they're gonna cure autism, or autism is not a disease. It's not a disease. Doesn't mean to be cured. That's all I ever known is autism. I don't want to get rid of autism. I I'm glad I have it for the rest of my life, and it's just a part of me. And if that part of me was gone, I don't know how I would act, and I don't know how I could go into society, because I I really like having um I like having autism, and Yeah, I knew back when in my teenage years, there was a point where I wish I didn't have autism back then, but I learned that it's a part of me. It was because I was being bullied a lot, and people on the spectrum get bullied because some strange reason humans fear the unknown, and autism should not be feared. And to this day, I still get bullied. Um, but you don't have to worry. I have nice people around me, and I know how to deal with um, the bullies. I always say to them, I feel sorry for you. I apologize for them so then they can feel bad for their actions. If they're mature enough, if they're not mature enough, eventually I just cut them off or block them. And sometimes on my YouTube channel, one of my videos, I was being bullied. I eventually put that video to private because there was too many negative comments on that one, and it was over me not liking the new livery of Air Canada. I posted that video 3 years ago, and about around 2018, I put that video to private because I was getting a lot of negative comments on that video. And when you read that having autism, it takes a drain, and then people were saying, you must have autism. And started making fun of me for it, so then I put that video to private. It was for the better for me, and since I did that, I haven't really gotten any negative comments on my videos in a very long time. And if someone doesn't like a toy and I like it, I just go, okay, yeah, I can see that too. Because I try to keep my videos um, uh, um, positive. And the pandemic's been very hard on a lot of people on the spectrum because the routines they had, going to social club, going to Special Olympics, and I just want the world to go back to how it was where I can go to places. Well, I can go to places now, but I just want things to open up to normal. And some of my friends fear me, which I don't know why. Um, and I wish we never had this virus because this pandemic's been very hard on me, and it's been hard on other people with autism too. Just that they probably already expressed it in their own ways. So if you see people with autism and it looks like they're having a meltdown, please note that it's a pandemic and they probably miss their old routines. So just cut them some slack and um, just try to do breathing techniques with them, and that individual with autism probably might calm down and then maybe play their favorite video or their favorite movie or their favorite TV show. Give them that stuffed animal. And if you're experiencing sensory overload, sometimes a weighted blanket works, and sometimes just put them in a dark room with sensory lights. That should work. And I get sensory overload too. The last time I had that was the first week of September, and I was kind of experiencing it yesterday because um, there was a lot of like cars and people were like rolling down the window and screaming hello. I just pretended I didn't understand English, that I was someone that recently moved to Canada a month ago, which I haven't, but it seems to work because I didn't know the person, and two, I think they were just doing it to bother people. And then yesterday, one person wouldn't even walk um, by me on the sidewalk. I don't know why. I walked through the bike lane just to give them some space, but it was definitely 2 meters, but I don't know. I guess that person is scared of me because maybe they see me stemming. I was just stemming because I was excited for Friday, and a lot of people shouldn't be scared of someone with autism if they're stemming. They're just we stem in our own way. Like if you fiddle with a pen, um, that's stemming. If you have a fidget spinner and you're spinning it around, that's stemming. If you rock back and forth in a chair, that's stemming. If you bounce up and down in a chair, that's stemming. And if you're humming and moving back and forth, that's stemming. And if you fiddle around with a toy or a pen, that's stemming. We all stem in our own way. Like I stem a lot with autism because it gets out my energy sometimes. Or sometimes if I'm very nervous, I start stemming. I get extremely nervous, and that's what happens. And um, I have learned how not to get meltdowns, like meditation, or I go into a quiet room and I close the doors and I make sure I don't get any sounds. Or I put headphones on and I watch a show on my tablet and I just shut down, where I just don't talk to anyone for a while. And then after I feel less overwhelmed, I walk around. And well, that's the end of part one of autism and how it affects me. Part two will be out in the future. I just have to brainstorm on that blog. And you are loved and cared about um, by someone. And if you need to reach out to someone, you can. You can reach out to your friend, a family member, or a friend that you trust, like a friend that you trust. You can call them and say, hey, can I call you? Or if you want to hang out with a friend, just ask first. Then they say yes, and then say, I need to hang out with someone. Yeah, how can I hang out with you? And they could say yes. And I hope you have a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever time you watch this video, and you were cared about by someone.